Alright guys, so we are taking a look at the new Vegito stuff. Basically doing a similar video to how I did Blue Gohan. So we're going to take a look at just one game here, and then we're going to go into a deck tech at the end. So we're playing against Green Gohan, because we're also testing out the new Green Gohan stuff a lot. Playing against Allie here, she's been playing this deck a lot. I obviously like this deck a lot too, so sorry that my side of the mat is cut off, but I just didn't really have it set up in a very good way. So I basically just always want to go first. I kind of realized whenever I'm playing the aggro variant, I just kind of want to go first. So she's getting set up here, and then we're going to go ahead and begin. So I charge see you and pass. No turn one play. It's honestly kind of rough. But, against Green Gohan, it's not a deck that we're like super direly in need of having having that 20 in drop by turn 4, which we likely still can, but yeah, because the new card really helps out a lot with that. So we're gonna play the Goku here and mill 3, and just pass, because we do still want to be able to awaken. She'll play the Chi-Chi Searcher. She's going to find the new 6-drop. This card is very good. It's very good. There's another video. I have a video of me playing UI. So we'll see that in there too, and how good that really can be. So Piercing Sword, we're going to get the new guy. Charge the Floodgate. And then we're going to go leader, swing, draw this guy, swing. Because now we're just going to go here. And pass. So I did this because even if she attacks the Goku, I can still awaken with a 3-drop and get the Floodgate out and get 2 swings. It's really nice that 3-drop basically makes the, your turn 4 play a dual attack, right? It kind of can turn the 4-drop into like a pseudo dual attacker. So we defend here. I think I wanted the card and drop, so that's why we comboed out. So we're gonna take this life. We're gonna mill 3. We could have comboed up on a swing, but like we get to keep all of our shit anyway. So we're gonna mill our 10 here. Restand the Goku because I forgot. And then Goku would lead, and then we're gonna go this guy at lead. Go 30. Yeah, we're gonna go 30. Try to force her to give us cards on the backside. So we're gonna go 30 here again when attacking. I was gonna bounce a Nappa, but I was like, wait, I don't need to. It's the whole point of the Floodgate. I was just checking life there. So Floodgate her out of her Nappa, and then she'll defend here, and then defend here from the 40. And then, yeah. I mean, this is kind of a testament to, Green Gohan really being able to, sort of persevere through not necessarily super heavy aggro, but like an aggro strategy nonetheless, right? Like she still has quite a few cards in hand. It's going to be 5 for future Gohan, swing into the Floodgate, which I believe she goes Floodgate. Yeah, I defend with 5, and then she goes leader at Goku, and then Goku dies, and then she plays a blocker out, which is quite good because I can't remove that blocker because of the future Gohan. So definitely a good play there. She's not really going to get much value out of it beyond that because I do still have the Floodgate, and really I only need him to live for like this one more turn because I just really want this poke. So we're going to go 40. Obviously she's just going to block the 40. We're going to go 30 when attacking. Yeah, 30 when attacking. And then I think I'm missing Vegeta here, but like this is still a fine play. You go bomb, we go see you that guy, and then we're gonna cantrip draw. I did not have another 1-drop. I had a Mai, so then we're gonna go 30, and we're gonna go 40 double. So she just takes double. She doesn't want to combo out of this. Basically, I think she's kind of like in a I live or die sort of situation. So she's more so bracing, I think, for the hand dump. If there is going to be a hand dump, right? Really, she needed to have the 5-drop last turn into the 7-drop but I would have just bombed 7-drop bottom deck the or Sea of bottom deck the 7-drop. So she's gonna go 35 at this Goku. I just kind of let him go. I don't really need him anymore. She's gonna go 35 at the Floodgate. I want to say I defend here. I think I do defend here. Yeah, we defend, and then she's gonna restand 35 at the Floodgate again. Or maybe she's thinking just 35 lead. Yeah, 35 Floodgate. She's trying to really get rid of this, try to remove some swings. As you can see, she's got a pretty decent hand. There's at least one super there. So, 2 supers. Yeah, a lot of 10s. So she's going to block out of the 30. We're going to go 40. And she's going to go to 1. And now we basically win. We life take, we mill 3. We go 40. And then she'll leader skill and 10k. And then we're going to go effect. For this guy, swing 40. Basically just draining that hand. You know, then we're going to go for the 6-drop. We're going to go 40. Super 0, 0. And then, yeah, I had more combo power and the 50 swing still. So, very nice. Let's move on into the deck tech and talk about the card choices. Alright, so... this is going to be the deck tech section of the video. Basically going to go over the list that I played and kind of just talk about the idea behind this build with you know, the inclusion of the new 3-cost Vegito. So the whole front row is pretty self-explanatory. It's just cantrip my so you don't get Awake installed, and then Garen for basically the red androids matchup. I mean, also, this is just generally pretty good, but, like, mostly for red androids. For this guy, he's 10k. It is a mandatory life take, but the Vegeta leaves us susceptible to being Awake installed because they can attack into it and combo up, and then you're in an awkward position. You're in an awkward position where you want to save it. So, just for this, and I went down to 2 of this guy. The reason why I went down to 2 of this guy is because now that we have this, we're almost always going to want to play this on 3. Because if we hit our perfect curve where we go Piercing Sword on 1, this guy on 2, and then this guy on turn 3, then we should be awakened and have 9 in drop, which you could just easily swing with this guy, combo up, or swing with this guy, combo up, and then you're at your 10 in drop for whenever you flip to the backside, you're doing your 40 swing. So, yeah, because they would have taken 1 leader swing, potentially awakened, and then you're getting them to go to 4 with these, and then you can swing your 40 on their backside. So, but yeah, that's why I went down to just 2 of this, because now we have this guy. We're almost always going to play this on 3. So, let's just briefly talk about the new card. So, obviously, this is basically a custom, you know, this was just made for this variant of the deck, I feel. They really are leaning into the aggro side, I think, with this card. As you can see, at the end of the game, this card was, like, insane. We had, 4 swings for 6 energy. So, if I had a little bit better luck, right, you could go 40 with lead, swing with this guy, save your to 40, and then you get this guy out of your drop, and you go 30 with him, and then you have the 40 swings with this still. I think really our best play is gonna be that on 6 now. Obviously it's a lot of attacks, but it's like I think we kind of want to get to 6 energy so that we can basically just like guarantee that we win with that. Because if we're threatening double, trying to get them to go to even just to 1, then you'll likely make them use, you know, at least 2 supers, so that on that following turn, we've whittled their hand down with a 40 swing, this, and potentially a Floodgate swing on the previous turn. I mean, there's going to be easy work for the 3-cost into this, into the 6-drop to just kind of clean them up, with our leader being a 40k boss swing still too. So, pretty nuts. I think I've said it in other videos. Really what this deck needs is a card that is basically this, just a 4-cost card that plays out the Floodgate. And, rather a 4-cost Vegito, right? I said it could even be an extra card, and that would honestly be good enough, so that if you milled this in the matchups where it was really important, you could get it. And more so if you milled all of these and this, and you need the 6-drop, you can get it out. But what they gave us was well beyond,
you know, my expectation for what this kind of card would look like. I didn't think that we would get something this crazy. Take a life, mill 3, rest 1, and then play the 4-drop. You could potentially play the 6-drop on turn 4, right? Because if you play this guy on 3 and he lives, which admittedly is pretty unlikely, then you just get to play this guy on 4 energy, which is kind of cool. Because then you'll be able to go 40 swing, 40 swing, 40 swing, and then into Bomb Coup next turn if this lives. Again, potentially a little more likely than this guy sticking on 3, but, you know, I digress. But yeah, to the vanilla still, this obviously has value of being 10k combo if we already have Sia, and, you know, if we already have the Sia and we already have the Goku, then we can go for the Vegeta to get the 10k combo back. So I think that this is still worth playing. Yes, we have another target in this, but this is only 5. But also there again, what's nice is on 5, if you don't have this guy, you can set that up, right? You can do this, set that up, and just swing 55, right? You don't even have to go for the Sia bottom and then get the double. Although most of the time, you're going to need to clear a body so that, especially if your Floodgate lives, you're going to want to clear their body so that they're just forced to play another boss card. And they can't just cheese you out with like low drop swings. So yeah, I think the vanilla still has a place. Maybe it's cuttable. I believe this is also a 52 card list. So yeah, for this guy, I mean, he gets the 6-drop out for the Floodgate, pretty self-explanatory. Just 2 of the 6-drop, especially because like if we're going really, really far at like if we're going to turn 6, I mean, obviously we're gonna go to turn 6 to play this, right? Unless we're using the marker, then we're probably gonna mill one of these. There's no way that they're both gonna be in life. What's nice is if you pull this out of life at the end of the game from the life take from this, you just pitch it for this guy and then just get the one you got out of life. Maybe 2 is greedy. I just didn't want to have more zeros, so I just did 2. 4 supers, 4 savior, 4 sword, and 3 CU. Maybe 2 of this. You could maybe do 2, 2, and then 4. But yeah, I don't know. I just went down on this because we got another 3-drop play. I just didn't really see a reason to cut down on this. But yeah, I was doing Sickle for a while, but I actually just took Sickle out of the list because this guy giving us access, always having access to the Floodgate, well, theoretically always having access to the Floodgate, right? There is still a situation where you could mill all of these and all of these. A lot more unlikely now because especially with, you know, 4 piercing sword, but because we have this card now to get the Floodgate out, it completely negates the need for Sickle, I feel, because this will Floodgate anything lower than 4 and then he'll bounce a 4. So I took Sickle out. I was trying it again. I took it out. I said it in like my previous video that I took it out and just went for 3 of this, but now you really don't need it. So yeah, this was the list I'm trying right now. I think it's pretty good. I mean, that final turn was kind of insane. But that Red Android is kind of like one of the harder matchups, so I feel I did get a little lucky in that matchup, and you know, the play with the Bleak Future probably wasn't ideal, but like feels good, man. The Vegito, this 3 cost feels really, really good. Definitely welcome addition. So yeah, I'll probably be playing this like this whole season, so I'll keep anyone who's interested updated about my take on the deck. So see ya.